The Last of Us series started off with a literal banger. Oh, what the fuck? Episode 1 of The Last of Us premiered last night and it was pretty good. I was definitely not expecting them to adapt the intro scene as well as they did. Of course, with any show, it's not perfect and they had some minor problems, but I don't think it's gonna hinder the rest of the show. Well, at least hopefully it doesn't. Before we start, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Let me know in the comment section how your day is going on a scale of 1 to 10. Let me know what you rate the first episode, and of course, hit the like button if you enjoy the video. Sub if you're new, and let's get into it. The show starts in 1968. Now, people who played the game might already be confused, but do not worry. This intro is just explaining to the viewers how the virus actually works. The scientist on the talk show explains that the virus is a fungus and can contaminate humans if global warming occurred. Now, something interesting about this segment is that it takes place in 1968. 1968 was the exact same year that the Hong Kong flu pandemic occurred. In the game, the virus was spread through crops that were exposed to humans and ate by humans, which is how it all spread. Now, I wonder if they're trying to draw parallels to the Hong Kong pandemic or if this really was just a way for the viewer to understand the virus. The man explains that fungi can actually alter the mind and bend it to its own rules, which is how the virus takes over a human. He then continues to explain that there would be no cure and that we would lose as the human race, which is very, very interesting. It makes me question how the hospital scene is actually going to work. We then see that we are in the year 2003. I don't even think my ass was born at this time, bruh. The scene opens up with Sarah, Joel's daughter, waking up from bed and waking up Joel. She's in the kitchen and reveals that it's Joel's birthday by making Joel breakfast.
You know, I don't really like pancakes.
Facts, like, who the fuck don't like pancakes? Tommy then comes in and teases him about how old he is and discusses a job they need to get done. Before we continue, I actually want to say that Tommy's actor, Gabriel Luna, did, like, pretty good. Like, he played exactly how I thought Tommy would play in real life. The way he talks and acts like just the cool unk, like, it's perfect for Tommy. So, I think he's a pretty good Tommy so far. Before Sarah heads out to school, she goes upstairs and looks at an old broken watch. This watch is actually Joel's old watch that was broken but was never replaced. We also see that she has a lot of money saved up, so it seems like she's gonna repair the watch. After her day of school, she goes to the watch and jewelry store to repair the watch that she has for Joel. While she's there, the owner of the store's wife comes in and starts acting crazy. It's clear something is wrong, but as a viewer, we don't know yet. If you played the game, you know exactly what the hell is going on. Oh no, bad sign. It's happening already. Sarah then goes to her neighbor's house and we can see even more signs that something sinister is going on. Oh my god! When the Zah hit. Okay. Sarah goes home and waits for Joel to give the watch to him. I'm really glad that they included this scene. In my prediction video, I thought that they would have cut this out completely. We can see that Joel genuinely appreciates Sarah with his reaction to the presents. They both watch a movie and Sarah ends up falling asleep on the couch. Joel gets a call from Tommy saying that he was locked up for a bar fight. Joel puts Sarah in bed and after a while, she is woken up by explosions and helicopter blades spinning. She's greeted by the neighbor's dog crying as she tries to look for her in her house. She sees Mr. Adler begging for help in a bloody pile with a zombie right next to him. Sarah runs and is saved by Joel and Tommy getting home to pick her up. They take off and when they try to leave the city, they drive past a group of survivors who are stranded. Again, I love how careful they were with what parts are actually important to building Joel as a character. We see in this scene that he's willing to risk others' lives for the people that he cares about. They keep driving till they see a blockade where they are forced to head north. Once they're back on the road, we're teased with an almost crash that actually happened in the game, which is a really good fake out. The trio are forced to back up and reverse and are hit with a falling plane part. Joel takes Sarah out of the car and they are both separated from Tommy due to a car crashing in the wreckage.
Gotta get off the street!
Damn! Joel gets the attention of a zombie and is chased with Sarah in his hands. Oh my god! Almost grabbed by a zombie, they are saved by a man with the military. The man is told to eliminate all threats and even apologizes after shooting them. Joel and Sarah fall over and as Joel is about to be executed, Tommy shoots the man in the head. We then hear Sarah's crying and whimpering off screen and we see that she was actually the one that was shot. Sarah did amazing in this scene and you could see the life just slip from her eyes and her body go completely limp. Now, like I said in the intro, nothing is ever perfect when it comes to these shows. Maybe I was expecting a little too much, but I feel like Pedro didn't really sell the whole thing for me. I love Pedro's performance for the rest of the episode, but I felt like something was really off about this scene. Let me know if you guys feel the same in the comments below. We then see that it's been 20 years after Sarah has died, and we see a kid walking in the bus and trying to find a settlement. When he gets there, he passes out, actually infected, and ends up being forced to be put down. In the next scene, we see a fire pit where all the bodies are being burnt in town. Tess, one of Joel's friends and partner, with the task of disposing the body. She sees it's a little kid and asks Joel if he can do it for her. Again, we see another scene where it shows that Joel is willing to do whatever is necessary for the people that he cares about. We then see that Joel is a drug dealer selling hydros to a guard. The guard warns that the Fireflies in town are causing trouble and has killed 2 of their men. The Fireflies are a group that is against military dictatorship and are trying to synthesize a cure for the virus. We then see Tess intimidating Robert, a man who sold a battery to her and Joel to fix up a car. Robert ended up selling it to someone else and giving it to them. The building is met with an explosion and Tess barely escapes with her life. She's in the middle of a Firefly and military shootout and is captured by the military. We then see the first scene with Ellie, and I'm going to be completely honest, I really hated this whole scene. The writing felt extremely forced here and her delivery didn't make it much better either. Oh, there she is.
Fuck you. Veronica.
Jesus
Same as yesterday.
We then see Joel trying to reach contact with Tommy after he left to Wyoming. He hasn't had any contact with Joel in 3 weeks. The man he's with gives him where Tommy is supposed to be located and Joel goes home to map out his journey. Tess gets home. She then tells Joel about the battery situation. They both plan on going to get their money and battery back. We then cut back to Marlene, the Firefly who captured Ellie. She reveals her plan to take Ellie west, and it's clear that Ellie is more important than anything we would ever think of. We then find out that Marlene was the one who actually made the call to not shoot Ellie when she was found. She unlocks Ellie and explains to her that she has always wanted Ellie safe. There is a small reference made to Riley. Riley is a character in the Last of Us DLC that ended up dying. We'll probably end up getting either a whole episode or probably an opening for that storyline, so I'm not going to go into complete detail about it. Marlene explains to Ellie that she is being transported for a greater purpose. We then see Joel and Tess trying to get revenge and stumble on a bunch of bodies with Robert being one of them. They find the battery and see it's already useless anyways. They then find Marlene with a big wound on her while Ellie tries to sneak up on Joel. Dumbass Ellie! She thought! Bro, stop putting quotes around Ellie. We then find out that the Fireflies are actually the ones that bought the battery from Robert, which is why there was a big fight about it. Marlene then tries to convince Joel and Tess to escort Ellie due to her wounds and lack of squad. They are bribed with a truck with a full tank and a bunch of supplies. They accept the offer and they take Ellie with them. Ellie and Joel stay in an apartment while they wait until it's dark to head out. At first, Joel is pretty rude to her, basically telling her to fuck off when he's trying to nap.
What are you doing?
Killing time.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
I'm sure you'll figure that out.
When he's woken up, you could tell 20 years later he still has a soft spot for kids after what happened with Sarah. He's a lot more gentle with her when he realizes that she's just as scared as any kid would be in this situation.
I've never been on the other side of the wall. Look how dark it is. You guys go out there a lot?
Yes.
When was the last time? Nowhere to go. So we're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Tess gets home and they start heading out. In the middle of their way out, they are stopped by a guard and tested to see if they have been infected. They all get tested, and right before Ellie's results pop up, stabs the guard in the leg. The guard aims at Ellie and Joel gets in the way, telling him to relax. Joel is told to move out the way and is given a flashback of 20 years ago where he couldn't save his daughter. He doesn't want the same thing to happen to another young girl and ends up tackling him and beating him to death. Holy PTSD. Yo! Nah, I like that. I'm not gonna lie. That's fire. After Joel turns around, Tess gets the test and sees that it's red, which means Ellie is infected. Ellie insists that she isn't sick and that her bite is 3 weeks old. She then shows her arm and it seems like it's mostly healed. They are interrupted by sirens and are forced to run. Camera then pans to an infected air area, which is where they are heading. I think in the next episode, Ellie is gonna prove to Tess and Joel that she is not bullshitting about the bite. This episode was really good for a series premiere and has fully made me a non-skeptic when it comes to this game being adapted. If you guys liked the video, make sure to hit that thumbs up, comment what you think about the episode, and of course, sub if you're new. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. I say out. Search up Wonder without the helmet and tell me I'm wrong. Hold on. Bro. Loaded. Oh. Loaded. You're actually so fucked up, bro. I might unmod you, bro. This might be Ellie. Wow. Okay. Jesus Christ, Shad. You guys are fucked up,
Show me
bro.
where that tower.